So if you guys have kept up with the channel, you guys are probably aware of this series where we're trying to go from nothing to a knife just from CS2 drops. So how is it actually going? Have we actually made any progress? Well, I'm going to shed some light on everything that's been going on in terms of how much progress we've actually made. So I invested in 57 snakebite cases when they were $1.17 Canadian. They went up to $1.34, which was actually like 1 or 2 cent profit per case. And now they're back down to pretty much exactly where they were when I got them. So snakebites are definitely going to be more of a long-term investment. I also picked up a couple of these ZywOo stickers from Copenhagen because I saw they were 3 cents a piece, and there's no way that they're going to drop any more than this. So I'm literally just going to hold these for like a couple of years, and maybe later down the line, maybe they'll be worth like 50 cents, $1. Who knows, right? I also invested in a bunch of turquoise pores, and the cool thing about these is these are all tier 1 blue gems. If it's not a tier 1 blue gem, then it's a tier 1 that's really battle scarred. But wait, do I have a better condition purple gem? This is well worn, and this is pattern number 350, which is the #1 pattern purple gem, which has like the most purple on the top. It also has a decent amount of blue too. Unfortunately, I didn't pick up the #1 pattern, but these are all like really high tier 1s that have an insane amount of blue on the top, which is honestly kind of cool. Blue gems on these are fairly common, so there are a ton of different patterns. So long term, I don't necessarily know if this will be the best investment. I basically picked these all up for market price or just slightly over market price, and hopefully later down the line, hopefully they'll start to become profitable. To be honest, I don't really know. I just did it for the lulz. I picked up a Solitude with a really good pattern. Funnily enough, it also had a charm attached, so I just took off the charm with the detachment tool, and then I just sold the charm. I also unboxed a couple stickers hoping to maybe pull like a Donk Gold or like something really good, and we got absolute garbage, but it is what it is. Here's all of our cases from week 17. I usually don't sell them until the Saturday because that's usually when the prices go to their highest, but now that I kind of think about it, since the prices are low, I don't know if it'd be worth like holding on and selling later down the line when prices are higher, but what if they never go higher, right? So I feel like I'm much better off selling them on Saturday when they're at their highest and trying to get as much as I can for them, saving up that Steam balance, and then making other investments, which kind of leads us into probably the biggest investment that we've made on this account. So we were like $20, $30 away from being able to get a knife. We could have had a knife right now, but I decided to invest very heavily into the Armory Pass. So I bought 5 of them with nothing but the funds from weekly drops across the 12 accounts. I bought 5 Armory Passes to invest in everything that was leaving. The character craft sticker pack. I also invested in a bunch of gallery cases, and I did a couple graphic collection skins, but for the graphic collection, we didn't really get too lucky. Best thing we got was a Minware crossfade with a 0.07 float. So honestly, not bad for trade ups. I mean, it's also like genuinely a nice skin. And I think long term, like once it leaves the pool, it'll probably start to go up. So it might actually be a good investment. Of course, there's no guarantees. We got a field tested MP7 Astrolabe and a factory new Galil Envy, which is low-key kind of a really sick Galil skin. I also did a bunch of stickers, and thankfully it was profitable because we did get a Taste Buddy Hollow. So that was nice. I did a few more. We got the Hypnotize, not a bad sticker. We take those purples. And of course, I picked up 50, count them, 50 gallery cases. We have 80 more credits, and I'm just sitting on these until the next case comes out. I was assuming that as soon as all these skins were going to leave, I was guessing they're going to release a new collection, a new sticker pack, as well as a new case because of the new Genesis uplink terminals. I don't really know how long it's actually going to take. So we could be sitting on these stars for a while, but we're going to leave these here. Whenever a new case drops, we're going to heavily invest. We're going to go all into it. After the 7 days, we're going to sell them immediately and just try to make as much profit as we can. And if we make enough profit, we'll probably reinvest into 5 more Armory Passes just to keep the credits going. Effectively, the whole goal is to keep this self-sustaining where I don't have to deposit any money. It's just all paid by weekly drops and profits from previous investments. And we're just going to see how far we can go. Let's be real. If you're just grinding 12 accounts, you're not necessarily really making that much profit. The real profit is in all the investments that you can make. However, there are some exceptions. Like we did get a weapon case 2 yesterday, which I'm probably going to sell as soon as it's tradable. Easy 20 bucks right there. We take those. But other than the rare drops though, it's not incredibly profitable. However, I mean, we paid for Prime for 12 accounts, even though I already had Prime on like 4 or 5 of them. This is kind of what we're looking at right now. We also have about $14 in Steam balance at the moment. All we have to do now is just keep grinding the drops weekly and then just wait for just the right opportunity. Originally, the plan was to pick up the cheapest knife on the market, but thanks to all these investments, if it all works out, if the profit is there, we might be able to skip straight to a 3 maybe $400 knife. But I might take some of the profits and just pick up some more armory passes and basically just reinvest. That's the whole goal. So that's the current state of where we're at in terms of nothing to a knife. We're working on it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, share, subscribe. Stay safe, everyone, and I'll see you guys in the next one. It's Turbo, and I'm out. Peace.